think back to 2014. India was going through a lot and e-commerce was booming.
Biggest deal in Indian e-commerce.
Start buying fashion e-retailer Mantra.
Flipkart's big billion-day sale was an attempt to take online retailing to a whole new level.
Online stores like Flipkart, Snapdeal and Myntra were all over the map with a total of 100 million online checkouts that year. But while e-commerce was growing and changing the whole ballgame for Indian startups, there was a small company growing with them every step of the way. From the boring and the crowded industry of logistics dominated by giants like DTDC, Blue Dart and TCI, Delhivery cracked what they could not. They knew what the next gen of tech companies will need, a next gen delivery partner. This is the growth story of how Delhivery became India's largest and fastest growing logistics player with 3,000 crores in revenue. How they disrupted a crowded logistics market and gained 22% market share. And what's the insight behind actually scaling a logistics business today? See, e-commerce companies practically built India's startup ecosystem. The mafia at Flipkart were the pioneers of internet-first companies in India. And when e-commerce was booming, they quickly realized that logistics just wasn't keeping up with them. Delhivery saw a massive white space here for the next generation demand of consumer products. The existing logistics players were heavy on serving large-scale courier services for corporations, but Delhivery sensed that the new age of deliveries will be quick and doorstep, where the user's experience of booking, tracking, and receiving are at the center. So they cracked 5 core strategies that made them massive. And of course, first being their network. See, as we said, e-commerce and logistics go hand in hand, right? Now there's a reason why Flipkart at its peak opened up eCart, their own logistics company. See, the idea was simple. They grew faster than anybody expected. They also served a new Indian customer that wanted packages delivered at their doorstep and didn't want to collect it from some office. And the old courier companies couldn't keep up with their pace and wouldn't play ball. The new age Indian tech companies were thinking user first, and creating a logistics company that solved for user experience, sped up deliveries, and increased efficiency just made sense. Now Sahil and the delivery team got this super early and knew that in order to succeed here, they need to solve for 3 broad things: cost, speed, and efficiency. See, e-commerce was only going to grow. I would see many more players entering the market, and not all of them would have the capital Flipkart had. So they decided to tackle it one by one. First, being cash. See, in 2007, cash was king for Indians. If you were an e-commerce company back then, a majority of your business was dependent on your users paying cash on delivery. This meant your logistics company would collect the money for you, but the pain was that they would only give it back to you 30 days later. And imagine this happening for millions of orders. So the larger you grew, the more you sunk into working capital. Now the only way to solve this would be by creating a delivery network as dense as telecom in India. This is the first thing Delhivery cracked. They built a nationwide network with presence in every state, delivering more than 1 billion packages and servicing almost 18,000 pin codes, which is a record by the way. Now this structure allowed them to reduce overall touchpoints in the shipment's journey, they reduced handling and improved precision. What's more interesting here is the way Delhivery designed this network. See, when other logistics companies grew their network, they would break, they would slow down and they would clock out. But the opposite happens with Delhivery. The more they grow, the more reliable, fast and efficient their network becomes. This is all thanks to technology, and we'll come back to this a little later in the video. But the value of networks like these only matter when they reduce costs at scale, which Delhivery did. They reduced prices from 108 to 44 rupees. This allowed them to crack the price-sensitive Indian logistics market. Second, they introduced the Delhivery Logistics OS. See, having a dense network cannot be a great moat in logistics when expansion is literally the sole bread and butter for your competition as well. They need to really solve for cost, speed and efficiency. Technology would be have to at the core of their operations. And behind the scenes, their logistics OS is the brain behind their network. You see, Delhivery is sure a logistics player, but they're essentially a tech company. Their approach is simple: build technology first and shape logistics operations around it. Now their technology platform is structured with different layers including infrastructure, tech and applications. With over 80 proprietary applications working seamlessly together. But the real money is in the stack that helps them forecast demand, design their network, track real time, and helps them optimize. What clearly sets Delhivery apart from their competition is their data-driven approach. They collect data on each delivery and utilize machine learning algorithms to continuously optimize their logistics network. Think of how Amazon cracked logistics. They are doing something similar here. Now, why am I saying it's a tech company? See, Delhivery actually offers their mega logistics OS as a SaaS solution to other enterprises and customers. Imagine having access to granular depth of insights for consumer-first businesses. Delhivery enables that. Third, an interesting delivery model. See, globally, logistics players for the longest time have followed the traditional hub and spoke model. Now it worked, for sure. But India has different geographical challenges. See, a parcel movement in the US is straightforward. It's coast to coast, from the east to west, and well connected. In China, things can go up and down with the eastern seaboard. But India is a unique geographical market, and the parcel movement and consumption patterns here are significantly different. See, in the hub and spoke model, parcels are collected and sent to designated central hubs in each region for sorting it out before being shipped to the user's doorstep. But Delhivery's model is a game changer. They follow a P2P or a point-to-point model, which means that their trucks can go directly to any center according to the demand generated, making the delivery process much faster. The strategy here is simple again. Follow the needs of the new user that wants next day deliveries and same day deliveries. The P2P model allows Delhivery to cut down on costs and win over customers by getting their packages delivered faster. Now, instead of following the traditional route of sending parcels to central hubs, they've established multiple facilities that act as their own hubs and sorting centers. See, understanding your core ideal customer profile is the most important thing while building your acquisition engine. At the GrowthX learning experience, we teach an entire acquisition module in the first week itself. It was structured to revenue-led growth, an exclusive community, and massive career outcomes. Is what you're chasing? Then GrowthX might be the right track for you. The link to apply for a membership is in the comments. Okay, getting back to Delhivery's asset-light. See, the logistics industry typically requires significant upfront investments in assets like warehouses, distribution centers, and fleets. But instead of heavily investing in these assets, Delhivery leverages tech and partnerships to build and operate a managed marketplace. See, Delhivery connects their own clients and third-party clients to a vast network of small-scale logistics providers across India. They carefully match partners based on their service quality and pricing, ensuring efficient operations and expansion. By teaming up with over 6,000 vendors and network partners, Delhivery gets access to pickup and delivery services as well as truckload capacity. But here's the best part. They mostly need the infrastructure they need, and which is why they're able to operate over 12.5 million square feet of logistics space that covers more than 18,000 pin codes in India. This asset-light approach gives them the freedom to scale up quickly without huge upfront costs. Through this network, Delhivery serves more than 21,000 customers across various industries. And fifth, the one-stop solution. See, the last thing to solve for Delhivery was to retain their customers and get a high share of wallet. So they created something special, an all-in-one logistics ecosystem. Think of a logistics super app. This ecosystem offers a wide range of services to cater to various requirements, from express parcel, which is of course the need of the hour, and Delhivery is an industry leader there, and heavy goods, to freight transportation, warehousing, supply chain solutions, cross-border freight service, and even supply chain software. This is diversification at its core. The insight behind this is Delhivery reducing the dependency on any single business line, which basically means that even if one customer's business goes through a slow period, Delhivery can still thrive. This allows them to capture a much higher share of their customers' logistics spending and makes them keep coming back for more. And it works. Delhivery serves nearly 700 D2C brands and across verticals, right? From e-commerce to electronics and from FMCG to healthcare. And that's how Delhivery cracked a complicated Indian logistics ecosystem. Starting from zero nearly a decade earlier to cracking thousands of crores in revenue today, Delhivery is a clear example of how solving and staying close to your users will be a core differentiator in the most crowded spaces. If you've been liking these videos, please do like, share, and subscribe. That's it for today. I'll see you in the next one.